Welcome back. This is the South African Morning. Let's bring you this now. KZN is one of South Africa's most popular holiday destinations. However, many of the tourist attractions have been left damaged by the devastating floods there. Tourism Minister Mpumzi Zuzil visited some of those places this weekend. So let's find out what she found from department spokesperson Mr. Mpumzi Zuzil joins me now to give us that information. Thank you so much for your time, Mpumzi. Good morning to you. A lot of times when we have conversations around almost talking about the cost to damage because of these floods, or how long it would take to rebuild. It's almost a cost and a time frame difficult to pin down at this point. From what the minister, though, has found from her visit, what does that cost and rebuilding timeline look like, at least an estimate?
Good morning, and good morning to eNCA viewers. Yes, the floods left a trail of destruction in KZN. The province, even though we are still quantifying the amounts, but by the estimation, we are looking at close to 400 million worth of income that is lost to the industry just by the Easter weekend. We are looking at, we had estimated over 360 visitors, but we estimate that we didn't reach more than 250,000 of those expected visitors. The damage, quite a lot. We have, if you understand, we have 2 World Heritage sites in the province. That is the wetland, Smangaliso wetland, and the Drakensberg. They were severely damaged. In Smangaliso, there are chalets currently, which have about more than 60 chalets, which are still inaccessible. There are areas where there are roads leading to some of the communities that stay within these World Heritage sites that are still can't access water, that can still access coming to towns, because the roads within the parks have been severely damaged.
Right.
We look in eThekwini, a number of institutions, hotels, big hotels, couldn't access, have water. However, with the help of some of the municipalities and the eThekwini municipalities, water was ferried to those institutions. Yeah. And the minister, from what she saw, she was quite impressed by the resilience of the tourism industry, because within a couple of days, some business people took up their own equipment, worked on the bridges, worked on the roads, and opened up so that tourists can be able to access their institutions.
Right. So what does that mean, just in terms of jobs as well, and the plan that the tourism minister and department has in place? Because when you talk about Easter alone, and obviously knowing that KZN is a destination, a holiday destination, we can understand the amount of cancellations alone from those chalets and tourism sites that you've just mentioned right now, Mpumzi. The loss of income from those businesses, the loss of jobs due to these floods. What's the strategy right now, from at least the minister and the tourism department's perspective?
The strategy currently is to firstly assess, and because we do not want to jump in and say this is throw money into this kind of a problem. We need to look at the situation, what is it, and working with the other spheres of government. You'll understand that, for instance, the issue of roads, we need to work with the municipalities, the districts, and the Department of Transport in ensuring that we give them the roads that leads to these elements, so that when they do their plan in relation to fixing the roads, they ensure that the roads leading to these tourism destinations are also fixed. We are also, as the minister has announced on Saturday, that we had during COVID, we had a tourism recovery fund that we had set aside for tourism establishments that were affected by COVID. We are not going to let go of that fund. We are going to talk to Treasury to see if we can take some of the budget that we have for the new financial year and put it into that fund so that we can assist some of the small and big business that have been affected by, so that they can start rebuilding their establishments again.
All right, well, we'll have to leave it there due to time, but I appreciate you speaking to us this morning. Tourism Minister spokesperson Mpumzi Zuzil, thank you so much for this update. Of course, hearing from Mpumzi mentioning that they will be speaking to Treasury in terms of getting that budget, but first, a strategy around ensuring they have made full assessment of the extent of damage, what needs to be done, but also hearing that it seems like it will most likely be a multi-departmental intervention where they have to work alongside the likes of the Transport Department for those roads leading up to some of those tourist destinations. So that's the work that lies ahead, Gareth, for the Tourism Department.
Yeah, and it's just come out of COVID-19 as well, just beginning to recover. A good December, and now this happens as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on the tourism sector in KZN very closely. Just, by the way, weather warnings for KZN again for today, so please just be careful if you're in the province. All right, just